Dear students, welcome to the science class. In the last class, we were discussing about the factors which is affecting the resistance. That nothing but we discussed that R is directly proportional to L, R is inversely proportional to 1 by A, that is nothing but area of cross section. Third, R is inversely proportional to the 1 by B square, that is nothing but square of the diameter. Right. As well as we know about the resistivity, that nothing but resistivity nature of the material. So by using these factors, we are going to try to analyze some questions which may be asked in the examination. As well as for understanding these factors, we have to understand some questions. So let us take the first question there. What happens to the resistance? What happens to the resistance if the length is double? If the length is double, length is double. So here in this case, the question is asked here, what happens to the resistance if the length is double? So already know that resistance are dependent on the length of the conductor and directly proportional to the length of the conductor. So you can directly see the answer here that the resistance of the conductor is going to increase because the length is increased. Because length is increased. So how much the resistance is going to increase? We have to calculate it. So if you see here, as given in the problem statement, R is directly proportional to L. R is directly proportional to L. This is the resistance before increasing the length. So this is the original resistance. This is the original resistance, and this is the original length. This is the original length. Now what happens? Now we have doubled the length of the resistance. We have doubled the length of the conductor. Length of the conductor is double. So what happens? The original length is here. Now what will happen? It will become 2L. After the doubling of the resistance or length, it becomes 2L, 2 times. So if you take here, if the length is 1 meter, if you double the length, how much it is going to become? It is going to become 2 meters. In the same manner, if the original length is L, so what will happen if after the doubling of the length, it will become 2L only? So 2L. After the doubling. So what will happen now? L becomes 2L. We already know that R is directly proportional to L. So new resistance will be what? Let us the new resistance as Rn. This is the new resistance. Let just assume or you can take Ra. Whatever you can take that. It is directly proportional to what? L. So that it become what? 2L. The new length is 2L. So Ra is equal to, we can take instead of equal to proportional to we can take equal to sign. So that we just finding the effect of the resistance. What is happening to the resistance? It doesn't necessarily that we are going to use this formula. Just finding the effect here. So R is equal to 2. What do you mean by L here? If you already see L, then you can have R is equal to L. You can write R is equal to L. So that L is equal to what? It will become R. So what is the R here? R is the original resistance. So what is the new resistance here? New resistance is the 2 times of the original resistance. New resistance is the 2 times of the original resistance. So what is happening to the resistance if the length is doubled? The resistance of that conductor is doubling. It is also doubling. It is also doubling. It is becoming 2 times of the original resistance. Why it is becoming 2 times of the original resistance? Since resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. If the length of the conductor is doubled, in the same manner resistance of the conductor is also doubling. So here the answer is resistance of the conductor doubles. Resistance of the conductor doubles. Conductor doubles. Right. I hope this is clear. How you have to solve this question. Now if you remember these things, these steps directly, I am going to say again resistance of the conductor is double. In the same manner, if I ask what happens to the resistance if what happens to the what is you are going to write there? The resistance of the conductor are going to become 3 times. It is going to become 3 times. So this is the answer for this question. Now next we are going to see another question. I hope this is clear. Now next, what happens to the resistance if the length of the conductor, if the length of the conductor is half, so the length of the conductor is getting reduced, it is becoming half. So again same formula, we know that R is directly proportional to L. This is the original and this is the original length. So next, new resistance Rn is directly proportional to, if you see the problem statement here, length of the conductor is half, so that the original length is becoming half of that length. How it means it's half now. Now next, Rn is directly proportional to length, so that it will become what? It will become L by 2. It will become L by 2. So Rn equal to, we already know that what is in here, L is equal to 1 R, so that it will become what? It will become R by 2. So the new resistance is half of the original resistance. Since the resistance after length is getting reduced, it is getting half, or it is getting half, what is happening to the resistance? Resistance is also getting half. Resistance is also getting half. So resistance of the conductor is getting reduced. To half or half times or 1 by 2 times, getting reduced by 1 by 2 times. 1 by 2 times after the length is get half. After length is get half. Right. So this type of question will be asked in your examination. Either they are going to be diagrams. If you check the 2018 or 2019 model question paper, not last batch, before that last batch, they are given a question there. Depending on these factors only, they are given the diagram. By using those diagrams, you have to calculate the resistance and you have to prove the mathematically there which resistance is higher and which resistance is lower. But like this, you have to prove those things. So this is about the length, how it is affecting the length now. Now next we are going to see what happens to the resistance if the area of cross section is double or area of cross section is half. So what happens to the resistance if the area of cross section double as well as triple as well as half. So together we will see those things. We have 3 cases here. First, area of cross section is doubling, area of cross section is triple, and area of cross section is half. So first condition, we already know that R is inversely proportional to 1 by P. Right. This R is the original resistance and this is the original area of cross section. So if you take the first case here, that is nothing but area of cross section is double. So the new area of cross section is A is equal to 2A. This is new area of cross section. New area cross section, right? So what will happen? We already know that R new is not necessary to write this name, just I'm letting those things new. R new resistance, it is directly proportional to, and directly going to take equal to or directly proportional to 1 by 2A. Right, 1 by 2A. So that new area is equal to what? It is equal to 2A. Therefore, Rn equal to 1 divided by 2. We already know the value of 1 by A. It can be written as into 1 by A. Both are same now. 1 by 2 into 1 by A. Both are same. So 1 into 1 is equal to 1. 2 into A is equal to what? 2A. So 1 by 2A. So that is equal to 1 by 2. What is the value of 1 by A here? It is equal to R. It is equal to R. So what is happening after the area cross section is doubled? The resistance of the conductor is getting half. The resistance of the conductor is getting half. Why it is getting half? Since resistance of the conductor double in the same manner, in the same amount, the resistance of the conductor is getting reduced. So for that reason, after this, here the resistance is decreased by, here the resistance is decreased by 1 by 2 times. Decreased by 1 by 2 times. 1 by 2 times. After area cross section is double. In the same manner, what will happen if the area of cross section is triple? Area of cross section is triple. So in the second case, we already know that R is directly proportional to A. Therefore, nu A is equal to how much? It is equal to 3 times of the A. It is tripled. So whatever the initial value, it is getting 3 times larger. So it will become 3A. Therefore, we already know that Rn is equal to directly proportional to 1 by 3A. Sorry, it should be 1 by A. It become 1 by 3A. Therefore, Rn is equal directly proportional to 1 by 3 into 1 by A. That is equal to 1. Rn directly proportional to 1 divided by 3 into R. So 1 by A is nothing but what? It is the R value. So what happens if the area of cross section is triple? That is nothing but the resistance of the conductor is getting down. So the resistance of the conductor is reduced by 3 times. It is reduced by 3 times. Right? It is reduced by 3 times. So the new resistance. So the new resistance is reduced by 3 times. Is reduced by 3 times. So whatever is the initial resistance is 3 ohm, after the area cross section is increased 3 times, then the new resistance becomes 1 ohm. That is nothing but it is reduced in 3 times. In the same way, if we take the third condition, that is nothing but R is directly proportional to 1 by A. Now new area cross section is getting how? The new area cross section is getting how? That is nothing but whatever the initial value is there, it is getting reduced to half of the area cross section. So the new area cross section is A by 2. The new area cross section is equal to what? It is equal to A by 2. Therefore, we already know that Rn is directly proportional to 1 by A divided by 2. Right? So the 2 is going to go in the upper cross section. So it will become what? It is equal to 2 divided by A. That is equal to what? We already know that it can be written as 2 divided by 1 into 1 divided by A. 2 divided by 1 into 1 divided by A. So 2 ones are 2. 1 by A is equal to 1 into A is equal to A. So that can be written as 2 into what is 1 by A here is equal to R again. So R. So therefore, new resistance is equal to what? 2 times of the R. So here the resistance is increased by 2 times. The resistance is increased by 2 times. So if you check here, after the increasing the area cross section, there is the reduction of the resistance. In the same way, when we decrease the area cross section, there is an increase in the resistance. So like this, the resistance is dependent on the area cross section. As well as in the previous example we discussed about the length. Like those things, area cross section is increasing, or resistance of the conductor is increasing as length increases. Resistance of the conductor is decreasing as length decreases. So at last we are going to see about the diameter now. How does diameter have the effect on the resistance of the conductor? How does the resistance of the conductor have the effect on the diameter of the conductor have the effect on the resistance of the conductor? So here I am going to take 21 examples. So it will be easy for you to understand those things. What happens to the resistance of the conductor if the diameter becomes 2 times. Diameter increased by becomes 2 times. If the diameter becomes 2 times, as well as, and what happens to the resistance in the diameter? If the diameter reduced by 2 times. Reduced by 2 times. We have to calculate what happens to the resistance if the diameter is increased by 2 times and reduced by 2 times. By only this example, we are going to know about how does the diameter have the effect on the resistance of a conductor. So we already know that R is inversely proportional to D square. Right? R is inversely proportional to the D square. Therefore, D becomes what? It becomes 2D. It becomes what? 2D, new diameter. Therefore, new resistance is equal to 1 divided by 2D square. 2D in the bracket square. It will become what? Rn is equal directly proportional to 1 divided by what is the value of 2 square is equal to 4. And it will be D square that is equal to 1 divided by 4 into 1 by D square. Therefore, Rn is equal to 1 divided by 4. 1 divided by D square is equal to what? Here the original resistance. So it will become R. So after the doubling of the diameter of a conductor, the resistance of the conductor is getting reduced by 4 times. The resistance of the conductor is getting reduced by 4 times. So therefore, after the doubling of the resistance diameter, the resistance of the conductor is decreased by 4 times. Decreased by 4 times. In the same manner, if we take another example, that is nothing but what is happening to the resistance of the conductor if the diameter is reduced by 2 times. So if we take here R directly proportional to 1 divided by D square, we know that is the value. Now what is the new diameter here? It is decreased by 2 times, so that the diameter becoming 2 by D divided by 2. So decreased by 2 times, that is nothing but half. So we can say that it is getting half. So what is the new value here of the diameter after getting half? So it is becoming 2 D divided by 2. So we already knew that Rn is directly proportional to 1 divided by the bracket D divided by 2 whole bracket square is equal to what? It is equal to what is D square divided by 2 square is equal to 1, it is equal to 4. Right? Therefore, the denominator becomes the numerator of that denominator. So then it becomes 4 divided by D square. So it can be written as 4 divided by 1 into 1 divided by D square. So that is nothing but 4 into 1 divided by D square is equal to what? It is equal to R only. So therefore, it will become 4R. So the new resistance is equal to R. It is equal to 4R. So what is happening here? If the diameter of the conductor is getting halved, then the resistance of the conductor is getting increased by 4 times. It is getting increased by 4 times. Like this, the diameter of the conductor has the effect on the resistance of the conductor. If the diameter is increased by 2 times, the resistance of the conductor is going to get reduced by 4 times. In the same time, if the diameter of the conductor is getting halved, that is nothing but the resistance of the conductor is getting increased by 4 times. So it is directly proportional with the square of the, it is inversely proportional with the square of the diameter, like this. So I hope this is clear. So this is about all about the facts. Those are having the effect on the conductor, resistance of the conductor. So in the next class we are going to see about some numericals depending on the R equal to L divided by A formula. So before going to those numericals, we have some values, some mathematical values, so that you should know about those values and the values of those things. In some cases, they are going to give in centimeters, length is going to give in centimeters. Sometimes they are going to give in kilometers, length is going to give in kilometers. So at that time, we have to convert those things. We have to convert those things to get into some values. So we have some parameters, some values, so that we are going to discuss those values like this. Now first, what do you mean by 1 centimeter? 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? It is equal to 100 centimeters. In the same manner, 1 meter is equal to how many to 1000 millimeters. Now, always remember we have a basic SI unit that is nothing but of the length is equal to meter. So in this problem statement, whatever the problem we are going to discuss, the length should be in meter only. Length should be in meter only. For that, if they are given in the centimeters, they are given in the kilometers, if they are given in the millimeters, you have to convert those things into meters only. Those things into the meters only. In the same manner, they are given the kilo ohms, milli ohms, centi ohms. We have to convert those ohms also, centi ohms, kilo ohms into the ohms only. So that at last we have a value of ohm meter. SI is like ohm meter, seconds, right? Time is in seconds. Those values should be there. And the area of cross section should be meter square only, not in the centimeter square, not in the millimeter square. It should be in meter square. So whatever the value which are going to give in the problem statements, you should convert those things into the meter square in the assignment of the meter as well as in the meter square or in the ohm. So 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So what do you mean by 1 millimeter equal to how many meters? Or first I am going to take the centi. Or first I am going to take the decimeter. So let decimeter is 1 decimeter. D is nothing but what? It is decimeter. 1 decimeter equal to how many meters? Which is equal to 10 raised to minus 1 meters. 10 raised to minus 1 meters. 1 decimeter equal to 10 raised to minus 1 meters. In the same manner, 1 millimeter, centimeters. 1 centimeter equal to 10 raised to minus 2. 10 raised to minus 2 meters. 1 centimeter equal to 10 raised to minus 2. 1 centimeter equal to 10 raised to minus 2 meters. Right. In the same manner, 1000 mm equal to, that is nothing but millimeter. 1000 millimeter. It is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Sorry, 1 millimeter equal to 10 raised to minus 3 meters. 1 millimeter is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 meters. So if you check here, if you have the AC, that means 10 raised to minus 1. If you have centi, that is equal to 10 raised to minus 2. If you have prefix that milli, that is equal to 10 raised to minus 3. In the same way, if you have a micrometer, 1 micrometer, micro, not macro, it is micro. 1 micrometer is equal to, it is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 meters. It is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 meters. Right? If this prefix comes as micro, we are going to take 10 raised to minus 6. In the same way, if we have a nano there, that is nothing but 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meters. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meters, and therefore 1 meter equal to 10 raised to 9 nanometers. Like this, you have to remember those things. In the same way, if you take the pico here, pico that is nothing but 1 pm, that is equal to 10 raised to minus 12 meters. That is equal to how much? That is equal to 10 raised to minus 12 meters. In the same manner, if you take here, 1 kilometer is equal to 10 raised to 3 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to how many meters? It is equal to 10 raised to 3 meters. In the same manner, 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometers. Like this, we have to remember. Right? This grams, centimeters, everything is in here. So these are the values which are useful for the purpose of the calculation. So while calculating, if in the problem statement, if we are given 1 centimeter, you have to take it as 1 into 10 raised to minus 2 meters. If they are given 1 decimeter, you have to take it as 1 into 10 raised to minus 1 meters. In the same way, if given the 1 millimeter, we are going to take it as 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 millimeter or meters. So that it will be, we are going to calculate those things accurately. The value which we are going to get, it should be accurate. Right? So remember these values. Using those values, using the resistivity values, we are going to solve some numericals in the next class. At that point, thank you, take care, stay well, stay home.